Good afternoon, folks. Time to wrap this up for today. We came in this morning seeing a trading range market for the E-mini with the bias to the upside because of end of the month, end of the quarter window dressing. And very, very choppy market, very, very choppy trading, not a lot of range to work with. And we talked about it extensively in the room, but just look at how this market gunned stops and then just immediately to retrace. Now up here they didn't. They finally broke it out. Our limit, our trading idea to sell against these or buy against market numbers, major market numbers, 2075, 2050 the buck, worked out really, really well. But all this was gunning stops all the way up, and they go one or two ticks past it, then they bring it back. They go one or two ticks back, they bring it back. And the most common stop, and it's our stop too, probably more to show you why not to use an 8-tick stop, is an 8-tick stop. And from these pivot highs to pivot lows, they're at least 9 ticks as they run them and work them in. It's just to fleece the lambs from their money. Good trade here. Finally, we got in on the winning side. Had a nice winning trade. Before lunch, we said 67 to 74 market worked the range, and got a good trade off of our software here. Got a fabulous trade off the software there. And here we are back down on the 66, 67, setting up for perhaps a retest failure or another B over here. So pretty good day, all things considered. This first half hour, 45 minutes of trading in the E-mini has become decidedly difficult. And it's a great market, especially because it can move in the last hour of trading. But the market does what it's going to do, and a lot of times we don't have a lot to say in that. The great big player does. Okay, we're looking for a close at 70 today. If we take a look at the market, we got ourselves an inside day. That's a trading range day. That tends to yield the trading range tomorrow. So we'll play for that. Off of this one, we're going to take a look at it on the F2 screen and see if that confirms. And you can see on the F2 screen right here that we're dealing with a kind of a D pattern. If we had a little more volume up here, it'd be an easier call. Perhaps the start of a new distribution lower. But when you go into this, we need a little volume in here, which we can get an M period, and that'll give us a D pattern, and we'll be looking for a move out of the 270 area. So if the market was to close right here, we'd be trying to buy 60, 62, 55, 57. On the sell side, we'd be trying to sell failure to take out 70, 72, or 74, 76. Now we have pretty big news tomorrow. ADP employment. That has zero correlation with Friday's non-farm payroll number, but it does stir things up. And so we've got a big piece of news to get through in the morning. Once we're through that, then we got PMI manufacturing and ISM manufacturing. So ADP employment numbers and ISM manufacturing will be the market's focus tomorrow. And if, as forecast, all these numbers would be favorable for the stock market. Okay, looking at the note, we were guessing we had an upward bias today, again, because of end of quarter window dressing. Not going to bring a lot of selling in today. We had resistance basically at 28, 29 to 129 even, and that's where we are. And we wanted to buy 17s to 21s. The low was 18, so we caught this market well. So on this particular screen, we're a buyer. Looking at the F2 screen, confirms it. We're a buyer right here. Obviously, we have to trade higher, so sell failure to take out 29.04. And then 7 to 11. Lots of disquiet in the world out there. Turkey lost half of its electrical grid. A Turkish prosecutor was taken hostage by communists with pictures sent out with a gun to his head. And you wonder what communists are doing taking people prisoner in Turkey. Well, the communist MEP is outlawed in Iran because they stand up. They don't believe in God. They don't have religion. They don't believe in Islam. And so why would Turkish communists take on the ever-increasingly Islamic government of Turkey? Because they don't believe in any God, let alone the God that Muslims worship, so which they say is the same God as everybody else. So there is an element that totally refutes and fights outwardly against Islam in the Middle East. Needless to say, they have to be pretty light on their feet and moving constantly. But if we wanted to take on somebody to take on Iran, leadership in Iran, the MEP would be the logical group to go to. And our government hasn't done that because they are communists. And with Putin and communism on the rise again, who knows? Okay, sell failure, take out 164, 164.04. 7 to 11. On the buy side, last rotate down stopped at 17. We're at 28, so 17 to 21 buy 1. And then 9 to 13 buy 2. News tomorrow, ADP employment, 230K. ISM manufacturing, it was 52.5. And that news can impact the trading. If the E-mini crashes this afternoon, 25 is going to be about as good as we can do on the bond and Globex. Okay, gold had a fairly quiet day, but the Red Sea, the Straits of the Red Sea, are being approached by Houthis, or Houthis, or however you pronounce their name. I'm probably not getting it right. But that's the Shia-leaning rebels in Yemen. Big shorts in gold, big shorts in the euro, and either one of these markets can snap back with the right piece of news. So I think we are headed lower, so buying the 80 area. I don't think anything can happen until the Greece news is out. Now they're talking about end of April before all the details are known. So, I mean, who knows? 85, 87 for cell 1, 89, 91 for cell 2. Don't mind getting short under the right setups and conditions, but this is like crude oil. One headline can change things in a hurry. Looking at crude. We like the short side of the market for all the right reasons, more supply than demand. It doesn't mean it can't rally. The rally this morning in ANC period and D was attributed to the article out about the Houthis marching on the Straits of the Red Sea, a military base there. So here we are. Looks like we are headed a little bit lower and can trade lower, so we'll make 47 and a quarter by 1, 46.50 plus or minus by 2. On the sell side, 48 and a quarter, and then 48.50 to 75 for sell 2. And last but not least, the euro. We do like the short side in this one. The euro and gold are where shorts are right now. Pretty easy to see a squeeze materializing, and that's what makes short covering rallies so violent. Is that you got short-term traders on the long side, and you got short covering. So 20 to 30. Let them go a little bit lower right here. Buy 1. 107 even, buy 2. At 59, our 75 was working out well. 75, give or take, sell 1, and 108 even, sell 2. And might have some euphoric buying when we get a deal with Greece or when the details are known. But then it'll be sold again, in my opinion. That's it, folks. See you bright and early in the morning, 6:45 Central. You all have a great evening. We got fabulous weather once again today. The sweat will be pouring off of us in the gym because they like it to be about 80 degrees in there, so you get used to sweating and being under the lights. I don't like it, but I have zero say. So y'all have a great evening, and I'll see you in the morning. I'm out of here.